Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Quirky Cast. It has been a while since we've been sitting here on these couches since we did batch a few of the past episodes. We hope you did enjoy those episodes about our Europe trip because I know we had so much fun reminiscing on all of that.
Yes, and actually really quick, I was at work today. I'm a server. We went over this. But somebody asked me if I go to school, and I was like, no, I stopped because I traveled a little bit. And they're like, oh, where'd you go? And I literally told them the entire story.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And this guy was like, I'm so sorry that you had to tell me all of that. And I was like, no, it's okay. I love talking about it.
You can also just listen to our past two episodes if you want to hear even more about it.
He was like an old man.
But yeah, this episode's pretty much going to be about our life updates. I know we have a lot to kind of talk about, but I guess starting off, Teddie has gone through some traumatic experience.
Which one? Well, if you follow me, I haven't really posted on Instagram, but if you follow me on TikTok or know me, I got surgery. I had a thing called a desmoid tumor. It's not cancerous, but yeah, long story short, not cancerous, but I got it removed. Yeah, that's pretty much why we batched the episodes, those two. Just been recovering from that. Have a nice big scar on my stomach. But yeah, and the other pretty traumatic thing that has been happening to me is I have kittens. And let me tell you, first of all, I love them so much, but they're about 4 months. They usually say, around there, but it's usually like closer to 5 to 6 months. You got to spay and neuter them. And, they just turned 4 months and they have been having some fun with each other, we could say.
Brother and sister with each other?
Yeah. Someone said it was like Game of Thrones. I've never seen it, but people might understand that reference. I guess like the brother and sister do something. But yeah, they've been having their own fun. I've been catching them, pulling them off of each other, seeing some stuff I don't want to see. And then about like 2 weeks ago, my little girl, her one of her little boobs swelled up. And I was like, what is happening? And it was probably the size of like a grape. Like it's kind of big. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? We were going to go take them in to get them spayed and neutered about 3 days later. And we took them in and they didn't want to do it because of her lump. So they biopsied it. We had to pay $300 for the biopsy.
Oh.
Came back as literally nothing. Like they don't know what it is. They said, let's wait a week, come back, we'll spay and neuter them. So I come back today and, they called me while I'm at work and they're like, we aren't going to spay her. Because, first of all, now her lump is about probably the size of a golf ball.
Oh, okay.
And all of her other nipples have lumps on them. Stormy baby, like just like mommy. Like mother, like daughter.
Wait, is she pregnant though?
So that's what I'm wondering. They said she could be.
Oh.
The doctor said there's a good chance.
Wait, but can they not know like 100%?
So I guess they won't know until they do like an x-ray or ultrasound or unless they go in to spay her and they can see. But the doctor said he kind of felt under there and didn't really feel anything. They think that she has, I forget what it's called. It's something about the mammary glands and they just swell up when they're young and they go into heat really early. So yeah, so we got him neutered today.
Okay.
So we got him taken care of. We got the problem taken care of. He had to get a second opinion and get a specialist because he, in his like 40 years of work, and I don't know how long he's worked there, but he's never seen anything like this.
Wow.
Yeah. He has like an idea of what it could be like, but he doesn't know for sure what it is.
That is so scary. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I've been going back and forth. I'm like, do I get pet insurance? Do I not? And everyone's saying it's a scam. Don't do it. But then I'm like, well, I've already paid $300. But if I do get pet insurance, this is now considered a pre-existing condition because I went to the vet before I had insurance. So anything to do with her mammary glands will not be covered.
Oh, wow.
So it's like not even worth it.
Yeah.
But all day at work, I'm like, okay, she has cancer. I'm going to have to pay thousands of dollars for cancer treatment.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So that's my life. How's yours?
I'm like, well, literally anytime we go back and forth, you're always like, well, that was my traumatic experience. So how was your super fun, awesome, amazing weekend?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to start off my little story by saying that I have waited for one whole entire year for something that is called Dutch Bros to arrive to my town. It just did this past weekend, and I was so excited. The first day, I wanted to go and go get, obviously, a drink. The line was insanely long. There was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars. There was hundreds of people. I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going to be able to get it on the first day. So I did go the second day, which wasn't anything different. And I waited in line. I timed it actually. Like I love whenever I go into restaurants or anything, if I know it's going to be a little bit, I love hitting the timer start. And then as soon as I walk out the door, I press like stop just to see how long it is.
Too.
It was an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow.
And I got 4 drinks though, which was amazing because I've been looking forward to this for so long. Austin also mentioned that the closest Dutch Bros that isn't in OC is only an hour away. He was like, we could have literally got like that Dutch Bros and came back and probably.
Where is it?
It's in Apple Valley. So it's like on the way whenever we go to like the Drift
okay.
place or whatever. So we always get it there.
I see.
Which it's not that far.
Yeah.
But now that it's in OC, I'm like, it is so close.
And it's so close to you.
Yeah. And so today, actually, I went back. I was like, Teddie, I'm going to go before you get here. I drove by and I was like, the line is half the size that I waited.
Really?
So I'm like, slay. I'm going to wait in the line. I did my same thing. I timed it. It was 50 minutes today.
5-0?
5-0.
Honestly, when you told me that, I was like, oh, I could take my time. I have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
If she's going to Dutch Bros.
But I did literally drink the whole drink before I even got home. And Austin was like, you already drank it? I'm like, yeah, it was just so good. Like I had to.
I watched your video. Was it the Valentine's Day one?
Yes. So that's the one that I got again today. That one was the best one. It's like a berry flavored drink. But the best part is that they have this thing called Soft Top. I've never even heard of it, but it's like their cold foam basically. Okay. But it was a pink soft top and it has like this buttery, like fruity flavor. Like when we tried it, we said it tasted like butter beer, like the cream of the butter beer.
Okay.
Super buttery and it was very, very, very good. And then the mixture with like the freeze, the slushy was so delicious.
Wow, that sounds good. Yeah. Whenever I go to Dutch Bros, I never know what to get. And I always just end up getting like a mocha or something like that. But now that there's a close one, I feel like I can experiment.
Yeah. Like I got 4 drinks the first day and I got 3 drinks today. But we also like put them in the fridge because they're good the next day. So it saves me an hour of waiting in line. But I also wanted to mention that I am in the era of just saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
I did something very out of my comfort zone the other day. Basically, there was this little galentines dinner that I saw one of my mutuals that I've never met before kept posting about it. And I was like, oh, like I just would love to go. I want to go so bad. But all of my friends I would ask were just so busy. And I was like, I don't want to go by myself. Yeah. I did end up messaging her and I was like, I pretty much just asked her a few questions. And I was like, I want to come. I just don't want to go solo. She's like, no, literally come. Like, we're like, there's other people that are coming by themselves too. I'm like, okay, you convinced me. I'm going to go. I will say that I had such an amazing time.
Really?
Like, I think it was so fun and so worth it. And especially me going by myself, I was able to actually like conversate with people that I feel like if I would have went like with you or like with somebody that I knew, we kind of would have been like separated, like just us, you know?
Yeah, we would have been like standing there like, oh, we don't really know anyone.
Yeah. And like just kind of, I mean, obviously we're friendly and stuff, but you know, like how we are. And I felt like with me going by myself, I was kind of forced to sit there and like talk to people around me. Yeah. And I had such an amazing time. The 2 girls that we know, like the mutuals, they are so amazing.
Really?
And they invited me to go to Disneyland this week. So I'm excited.
Wait, when?
Yeah, on Thursday. And I'm sure you can come.
Fudge. I babysit on Thursday.
Oh.
Like literally from 7 to 4.
Oh my gosh. But more on the event. So these girls made their own little like business called For the Table, which is kind of like a picnic or like a dinner setup. Like you can rent out dishware or like pretty much anything that you need to make your own little picnic or dinner or like whatever you want for your own parties. And so they wanted to do like this little event to kind of showcase their work, and it was so cute. The whole dining setup was so adorable. They had such like amazing food first of all, but the desserts were so delicious.
Really?
Like they had somebody make the desserts and everything. There was like this fudge raspberry like parfait situation.
Yum.
It was so good. Also, they had one of the girls has her own like floral business, so we got to make our own like flower bouquets.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was so cute. But yeah, I'm just overall so proud of myself for going, and especially by myself.
Yeah.
And then going off of that, the next day was the Super Bowl, and I had no plans, and I had one of my favorite mutuals that I have been wanting to meet for so long reach out to me, and she was like, I'm having a little Super Bowl party if you want to come by. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say yes again. And she was like, bring anybody if you want. Obviously the guys just all wanted to be with themselves, so I was like, I'll just go by myself again. Drove all the way to LA, but it was so fun.
Wow.
And it was so cute because she's like all into Taylor Swift. And
is it
Reagan?
Oh really? Yeah. That's so cool.
So I'm like so happy that I was able to actually finally meet her, because we've been talking on social media for so long. And you know how whenever you have like, you know, we have all those mutual people that you like comment or you message back and forth, and it's like you never really meet them. And so like this past weekend I was like, I literally met all my like favorite mutuals that I have been talking with for so long.
That's really cool.
Everything was like kind of Taylor Swift themed. She had her own like Taylor Swift bingo cards and it was really, really cute.
Also, off of the Valentine's Day thing, I did go to a galentines on Saturday also. It was at my friend Lindsay's house, and it was so cute. We made canvas bags. So she had canvas bags and paint, and we got to like paint whatever we wanted on it. I just thought that was so cute. I did a little Taylor Swift reference, you know.
Nice.
What else would I do? And also something that's not so traumatic that is a little life update for me is I am in my active posting era.
I have that on my notes. I was gonna say we have a new Miss TikToker over here.
You know, I am trying. You know, I know how you feel about TikTok Shop. And I'm sorry your entire feed is now TikTok Shop. But honestly, it's so cool. I literally just buy stuff and then I make a video about it. And I'm like, this is the best thing that I've ever used.
So I did actually buy, this is probably why I'm spammed all a bunch of TikTok Shop links, is because I have Teddie over here who's trying to sell me some products and then I'm buying them off her page. But so I did buy the Unbrush brush.
Did you get it yet?
Yeah, I got it. I've been using it. I do like it. I do like it. My only thought is that it looks like it's 3D printed made. Like it's just very cheaply made.
It does seem like it is very cheaply made. Like when I first pulled it out, I was like it looked a lot smaller than I thought, and it was very light.
Yeah.
And then, you know what's funny? When I was making the video, I was like, I want to make this video. I want to make some sales. But like I was scared that it wasn't going to work. And I was like, am I going to have to like fake this? But I literally used my old wet brush and it got stuck, you know, that video that I posted. And I was like, okay, here I go. I'm going to have to fake this. And it went straight through. And that was my genuine, like, I was freaking out. I was like, how did that go straight through my hair? It was insane.
Yeah, no, it looks so satisfying, and that's actually how it works. Like, it does work really well. I also just hate the idea of like the wet brushes, how they have the padding, and how people say that if they get wet they get moldy and there's all this gunk on there, and mine looks just like that. Like mine's gross. So I'm like, now these unbrushes don't have the backing, so nothing gets stuck through there.
I will say that I can't really tell the difference when my hair is dry. Like I feel like maybe it works a little bit better, but when your hair is wet and you use the unbrush, it works really well. I have noticed, but I don't know, have you?
I did use it, and I just think it's, I guess I also don't have experience brushing my hair that often. Like I'll brush my hair in the shower, so I guess when it's wet, so like that's I guess what I was doing.
So that video that you posted of your hair after you brushed it, was that with the unbrush?
Yeah, but that's like my hair.
Also, I don't know if you've ever really looked into TikTok Shop, but you can request samples. I requested a sample, and then all of a sudden I got an email saying your sample has arrived.
Wow.
And I had no idea what it was. And then I went out in the mail and it was a brush, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Nice.
So you can get free stuff. So I did get the first one for free, and then I just bought one. So I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean, it's all good. On my side of TikTok, I guess that I see people are saying that every time they see a TikTok Shop ad, they block the person.
Really?
Because they're like, the only way to get rid of it is if you keep blocking these people. So that's why I'm like, I don't want somebody to block my page.
I've made $67 in a week though.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So I think that's really good.
And that's off of 20 orders, I think.
Ooh.
So it's something.
Yeah. But also, like, if you like it, then you do you. Like,
yeah. Sorry, I'll be annoying you for the rest of my life. But yeah, I'm in my active era, and I'm just, you know, trying to post some day in my life, trying to, I don't know, post some recipe videos. I'm all over the place. I'm doing anything and everything.
Those crispy...
The Rice Krispie
trees look so good.
Yeah, they were good. They were very hard to push through with the cookie cutter. Couldn't really tell in the video, or could you?
No, you couldn't. I'm just picturing you like trying to do it. Like, I don't know.
With my phone recording and my arms all around. I'm like.
So since I already shared what I did for the Super Bowl, did you do anything fun?
Not really. I went to my boyfriend's parents' house, and I mean, it's always fun, but it's him and his 2 brothers, and they are all not Taylor Swift fans. And every time Taylor Swift comes on the TV, they're like, get her off of my TV.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I had the full opposite because we had our bingo cards. So that she'd be on the screen, and then one of them is like, you exit out if she's wearing like red lipstick. So the guys are like, was she wearing red? Like they were like
so funny.
getting into the game, which was really fun.
Yeah. You know, him and his brothers, they all have their own football team that they love, and their teams aren't in the Super Bowl. So, you know, and then they hate the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. So they're always rooting for the other person. And, you know, spoiler alert if you didn't watch the game, but the Chiefs won. But once the Chiefs won, my boyfriend's little brother was like, turn off the TV. And I was like, no, I want to watch and see if Taylor Swift comes down on the field. And Jamie was like, she's not going to go down. I was like, how do you know? And then we left, and then we got home, and I was like, look, she's down on the field.
I sadly drove home when they went to overtime, so I didn't like see the end. But I've seen so many clips, and I love the one where Travis Kelce's like going to hug his mom on the field, and Taylor just like took a step back, like letting him with his mom like first, and then goes and gives Taylor a hug.
He's like, come here, girl.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so cute.
I thought those were so cute. I just love the whole relationship and the whole everything about it. And so now I'm sad that we're not gonna be able to actually see these clips anymore.
I know. Me too. This morning Jamie was like, I'm so sad football's over, and I felt nothing, but now I do. Now I feel something, that I'm sad that I won't see Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce anymore. So in the Super Bowl, you know, that halftime show, everyone looks forward to it every year. What did you think?
We were all clowning, okay? Me and Reagan were like, Justin Bieber is gonna come out.
Yes. Yes. I was wearing my white jacket with my purple shirt with my purple hat, my purple pants. I knew he was going to come out. I knew it.
Oh, we had details that apparently Hailey Bieber's makeup team was there and everything.
And it was like Justin Bieber's whole team was there too. They were all posting.
When he gets off that stage and like it went to commercial, I was like, that was it. It was only like 5 minutes, or I don't know how long it was, but it wasn't that long at all. It was so short.
You know, at first I was like, you know, maybe he's just going to do a solo thing like how Rihanna did, you know? And then Alicia Keys came out, and I was like, he has someone. And then there were so many people that I didn't even know who came out. And then so many more people came out, and I was like, Justin Bieber's coming. Justin Bieber's coming. He's coming. He's coming. And then it ended. Another thing, 1, he didn't play Somebody to Love with Justin Bieber. But 2, he didn't even play DJ God Has Fallen in Love.
I do know that song. At first, when I was like Usher's performing, I don't even know one song. I didn't know like all the songs that came on. I just would have never been able to even think about it. I forgot, to be honest, everybody's saying Justin Bieber's coming out. I forgot that he was with Somebody to Love. I was like, what song would they sing? I just thought he was going to come out for funsies.
I saw a funny tweet where it was like my prediction for the halftime show, and it was like Usher, and it had like 3 songs, like yeah, like all that stuff. And then it says, Usher brings out Justin Bieber, Somebody to Love. And then it was like 17 songs of Justin Bieber. I was like, I'm down for that Super Bowl halftime.
Also, just to really quickly go off of that, I feel like it would be absolutely insane if Justin Bieber had his own Eras tour. Like, that would be the dream goal. And I feel like he is the only person who could literally do it. Like, there's other people, like, I feel like Miley Cyrus could do her whole Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, like, Eras tour.
That would be good.
That would be cool, too. But I feel like Justin Bieber's would be, like, absolutely insane, like, next kind of top notch of Taylor Swift.
Yes. Like, I love Taylor Swift, and I was going to do anything I had to do to get to the Eras tour. But if Justin Bieber has one, the things that I will do. I'm selling my sister. I'm selling my cats. Take them.
No, I would 1,000% want or need to go to that.
I can't even think about it, because the way that I cried so much at Taylor Swift that I would like literally be on the floor, like bawling my eyes out for Justin Bieber. I'm like, my eyes are watering right now. And one other thing about the halftime show, I don't know if you really noticed or watched, but Usher was like getting all up on Alicia Keys. And she has a whole husband at home.
Yeah, I did see like clips of people pretending to be they're like POV or Alicia Keys' husband, and he's like, yeah. And then he's like, what? Yes. What is he doing?
I was kind of shocked. I was like, whoa.
See, I didn't know that at first, so I was like, oh, cool. But then when I realized afterwards,
oh, cool, they're just grinding on live television. But there's a clip where like he's like behind her and I think he like grabs her hips or something and she kind of like looks over and smiles.
I wanted to ask about, what did we think about commercials this year?
I think it was a Verizon one, but it had Beyonce in it. And at the very end, she said new music coming soon or something like that. But I don't really care about Beyonce, but that was like the only thing I remembered.
See, yeah, I guess like no commercials stood out to me. I just saw like people posting clips about like rating them. They're like the top 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I felt like this year I didn't know anybody like in like normally you have celebrities in the commercials. I was like, who are all these people? Like there wasn't anybody that I knew, and so I wasn't entertained that much.
There was 3 Temu commercials, which I guess it's not pronounced Temu, it's called Temu.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they said it.
I didn't even pay attention. I didn't see one of them.
Really? And they said that for Super Bowl commercials, it's $7 million. Temu had 7 million times $3.
I did see a post saying that they were like, you need to call your parents right now and tell them do not buy anything off of a Temu.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they will be convinced after seeing it 3 times.
My mom loves Temu. I don't know how or why she found that website, but yeah. Also, in Taylor Swift's suite, or maybe the Kelsey's suite. But we had Lana Del Rey there and Ice Spice, Blake Lively. I don't remember who else.
Kelly, Miles Teller's wife as well.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah. Is it Kelly or Kaylee? Or Kylie?
It's Kelly.
I don't know. She has that weird spelling one.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the memes of Ice Spice? Or it's just like videos of Taylor Swift like pointing down at the field and like talking to her, and Ice Spice is literally like so confused. Like it looks like Ice Spice has no idea what football is, and Taylor Swift is trying to explain it to her. It's so funny. And something I just really want to talk about that just makes me so happy. One, we see Taylor Swift outliving her life, you know? And I just love that she's living her life. And I love that I have the space to come and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because when I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, she's just living her life. And he's like, why couldn't she do that before? I'm like, you don't understand. But she went to an after party. First of all, I was like, she just finished these shows in Tokyo. Went on this long plane ride to the Super Bowl. Had to watch this entire Super Bowl. And then now she's walking into an after party at 1 a.m. I was like, how is she doing this? But also, it just doesn't even seem like Taylor Swift would do that, you know?
Yeah, I was going to also say, like, and the fact, like, her doing all of this, and she has to be on. Obviously, every single person's going to be looking at her, like videoing her, like her personality, her expressions, like everything needs to be on, or else they're going to hate on another thing of her. Yeah. So it's very impressive.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw so many videos of the after parties or the after party, and it's just so cute. Like they're literally in a club and there's DJs playing music. There's DJs playing her music, Love Story. I don't know if you saw that video. Yeah. And they're like singing to each other, her and Travis Kelce, and then they kiss. And I'm like, that's just like so cute.
And they're like pointing, like you'll be the prince. And, like they're pointing to each other. And I'm like, oh, like that is so adorable.
So I don't know if you saw this. I think I might have sent it to you on TikTok or something. But there is a selfie of Machine Gun Kelly and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I did see
I think there was someone else maybe in it.
I had no idea who that was, but yes, I did see this.
It feels like my 2 worlds are colliding, you know? Like I would have never thought that I would see a picture of MGK and Taylor Swift together.
I guess I didn't think twice about it. Like I feel like everybody's all in the music industry together.
But like, I feel like also Machine Gun Kelly is like someone that gets a lot of hate also. But I do know that Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Kelce are friends. Like I don't know if they went to the same high school together, but they grew up in the same town, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
I know nothing about football, but I will watch Travis Kelce's podcast with his brother. And in one of the podcasts, he's like, hold up, MGK is calling me. And he literally answers it, and it's a FaceTime. And he was like, I'll pay you this much if you go play with whatever or something like that. But I was just like, that's crazy that they're just friends.
Yeah.
And they just FaceTime each other.
That's so cool. Yeah. Like they probably all hang out behind the scenes. Like the idea like of Taylor Swift just going to like MGK's house or something is insane.
The idea of Taylor Swift and Megan Fox hanging out. And also on the MGK note, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I haven't listened to him in a while and his song came on shuffle and it just says MGK. It does not say Machine Gun Kelly. Like he changed his name on Spotify, probably on everything.
Interesting. I do know, like I remember seeing that clip. Somebody at his concert held up a sign and was like, can you like not call yourself like Machine Gun anymore? And so I remember he was like getting pictures or something at paparazzi and they were calling out his name and he was like, no, it's just Machine.
Yeah.
So, but which I get, like, I think that, I don't know, like, kind of as a smart move. Also, I was in the airport one time and I was talking to my mom how I just saw Machine Gun Kelly and I kept saying, like, we're going through security. And I'm like, oh, I went to the Machine Gun Kelly and I blah, 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 Machine Gun Kelly. And I'm like, I shouldn't be saying these words in an airport. So I get the reference of like how it probably is smart for him to change his name.
Yeah. Huh. Never thought about that.
So I don't know about you, but it is one of my favorite times of the year when we have Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about something else, but yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay. No, not me.
And I'm going to say, not you. Wait a minute. Not you? You don't like Girl Scout cookies?
No. I can't name one Girl Scout cookie. I know that there's like the like coconut ones, but I don't like those.
Like the Samoas, but now they're called Caramel Delights or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Thin Mints, you know. You don't, have you heard of them?
Yeah. Okay. I've heard of this, but I don't like this.
Okay, interesting. Well, I guess this will just be me type of story. No, but I'm going to say a little story of what happened to me last year, okay? Last year, I remember I just got out of Veganuary. And I was like, all I want is a Girl Scout cookie, like so bad. And I'm just like praying for a Girl Scout to knock on my door. Like that was my thought. And I remember I was like probably laying in bed or something. I didn't have like shoes on or anything. And I have a Ring app. Okay. So when anybody knocks on my door, I get a notification. I look at it and I see who it is. And so I'm like laying in bed chilling. I'm in my socks and I get my notification. I look at it. I see the little red wagon with all the Girl Scout cookies in the wagon. And I'm like, oh my God, they're here. My room's upstairs, okay? Yeah. I don't want them to leave. So I get so excited and I'm screaming in the house. And all like my roommates are all downstairs. And I'm like, Girl Scout cookies. I come down the stairs in my socks. I'm screaming Girl Scout cookies as I trip and fall. I hit my back against the stairs and it's as if like a cartoon going boom, 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 boom down the stairs, okay? And so I'm in pain. I feel like the wind got knocked out of me. I can't breathe. I'm like, my hands are bleeding because I hit them against the walls. It was horrific. And I go outside because I don't want them to leave. And I'm like, I just felt like I'm crying. It was horrible. And I'm like, I just fell, but I really want some Girl Scout cookies. Like, okay, so that was the whole thing last year. This year, I was obviously like, I can't wait till somebody comes around my neighborhood. I get a knock at the door. I also, same thing, like I was like sleeping. That's what it was. I was literally mid-sleep and I get a knock at the door and I like look at the ring and I'm like, no way. I'm like, time for me to get some Girl Scout cookies. I go downstairs calmly this time. Everybody
life flashed before your eyes.
Yes. All my roommates were like, this year, don't get too excited. Yeah. This year, put your shoes on and walk down calmly. This is what I did. I opened the door. As I opened the door, the first thing their mother says is, did you fall down the stairs this time? I'm like, excuse me? She remembered this horrific experience last year, and it's the same
so funny
person. And she has the audacity to just ask me if I fell down the stairs.
So did you close the door in their face?
I should have, but I bought $46 or $42 of Girl Scout cookies instead.
I was going to say, how much is a box?
They are $6 now.
I feel like that's not that bad.
Yeah. I was going to get boxes for just myself, and then I get a call from the guys, and they were all giving me their list. They're like, give me 3 Thin Mints, give me 2 Samoas. Like, they were giving me the lineup. Funny. So then I end up buying $42 worth of Girl Scout cookies.
And so do they take Venmo now?
Yes, they do. They do.
You know what's like wild? That just reminded me, like when somebody's like walking around like, oh, could you please donate to this fund? So you're like, oh, I don't have any cash. They're like, we accept Venmo. Oh my God. Hello, Mom? Can you come pick me up?
But I did eat. I think we pretty much ran through all the cookies already.
Really?
They're so delicious. My favorites are I would say Thin Mints, but I like them either frozen or like refrigerated. They need to be cold.
Okay. But you know, they probably came back because they're like, we know she's going to buy some.
Yeah.
What happens when you move out of here and someone answers the door and they're going to be like, oh, is the blonde girl that fell down the stairs last year and the year before, does she still live here?
Yeah, she moved and she left me a note saying that you're going to come back. So Teddie shared something exciting with me that I don't know if we're too cool to talk about on this podcast, but apparently you met one of our favorite podcasters.
The way that I forgot about this. Yes, and she loves my name. So that is another thing that I did recently. I shot a concert. I photographed a concert in LA last week. It was super fun. And one of my middle school best friends moved to LA after high school, and she's friends with all these people. And, you know, she's friends with the guy that I shot, JP Sachs.
Oh, okay.
And she was in one of his music videos. So I messaged her and I was like, where are you going to go? She said, yeah. We met up there. She's like, you need to meet my friends. I'm like, okay. As I see who's standing over there. And she goes, I'll be right back. The first person she brings up to me, she goes, Teddie, this is Brooke. Do you know what Brooke this is?
Yeah. I mean,
No, I'm asking the camera. She comes up and it is Brooke Schofield. Schofield? I think that's how you say it.
yeah, I think so.
She's best friends with Tana Mojo on the Cancel podcast.
Uh-huh.
And we just love the podcast.
Yes.
You know, I had to keep my cool and I'm like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. But yeah, Brooke was like, this is Teddie. And she's like, oh my God, I love your name. It's so cute. And I was like, I love you. Like, can we get a picture?
Did you get a picture
No.
with her? Oh.
But she was really nice. My friend also introduced me to some of her other friends and, you know, it was really fun. She did end up pulling me backstage after the show to like the little after party.
Aww.
I didn't meet JP Sachs. We were like right here. You know, it's kind of funny because she was like, oh, just come with me. Like, just come. So like we're kind of like waiting on this little side, like still in the venue, and there's like a security guard, and my friend, her name is also Brooke, she's friends with the guys in the band also. So they were like, oh yeah, this is everyone, and the security guard's kind of looking and we're still waiting, and then JP Sachs walks out and he looks at this group of people and he was like, you know, like he looked confused.
Interesting.
Like, I think because there were so many people that he didn't know or something like that. And so, but like, I don't know. He still seemed nice. My friend Brooke, she went with her mom and her grandma and she was like, my grandma wants to meet you.
Aww.
So it was really cute that like her grandma and JP Sachs hugged and it was so cute. But when everyone was leaving, when the concert was over, Brooke Schofield didn't go to the after party, but she came up to us and she did hug me and she was like, it's so nice meeting you.
Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, so during the concert, I'm standing here and I'm texting Indiana and I'm like, guess who I just met? I'm like, Brooke Schofield.
Like, I've known Tana Mojo, like I've watched her for so much longer, but since the Cancel podcast like just came out, I am obsessed with Brooke.
Yes, me too.
Like, I would love to meet her, so I'm happy that happened for you.
And you know what Indiana says to me? She was like, you should ask her to take pictures. I was like, I literally just went in my Instagram DMs and unsent my message to her as I'm like standing right next to her. I was like, let me lower my brightness. Let me unsend this.
Like, you gotta network somehow
I know.
when you're out there and about in the LA world.
I just don't want to ever be that person that's like, I don't know, like weird about it. Like, if it's an event, like a networking event, I understand. But this is just like my friend literally got me into the VIP area. Well, her mom did. I ran into her mom. She was like coming up the stairs and I was walking down the stairs and she was like, oh my gosh, like you need to come here. And she literally put her arm around me and they had like wristbands and VIP stuff and we just walked right in. And there was like a security guard there and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Brooke Schofield.
Yeah.
So fun. So this last Sunday was the Super Bowl. And the Sunday before that was the Grammys.
I think so.
I think so. So the Grammys. We're just big old clowns over here.
Oh, yes.
I was so ready for Reputation to come out. And Reagan, I follow her Instagram and like her like Swiftie school thing. And I was like looking at every little update. And there were so many things where everyone was like, it's happening.
Yeah.
Like down to like the little clock necklace that Taylor Swift was wearing when she showed up. And I told my mom, I was like, if she shows up wearing black or something snakes, I was like, it's coming. And my mom was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, Mom, just wait. And she showed up in a white dress. And I was like, well, a white dress. I was like, I don't know.
I was at least thinking that her and Lana were kind of like taking pictures together, and I was like, they were black and white. Like she was wearing the black dress, she was wearing the white dress, and I was thinking maybe that could be a sign.
Yeah.
But
Lana was so pretty too.
yes, I loved her outfit, I think, the most out of everybody's. Her bows and her very like coquette aesthetic.
Yeah,
kind of
like very
vibes.
like baby doll. Like,
Yes.
yeah, it fit her very well. But all of the performances were really good. I do love Dua Lipa. I don't really listen to her music. I just know like the popular songs, but like she is just so hot.
I don't really follow her that much.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, whatever I do see of her though, I do love.
Yeah, but she is also very like I feel like I always just think of now like Tate McRae, the pop star kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the way that, I don't know if you watched her performance, Dua Lipa's.
I don't remember it, to be honest.
It just seemed very like pop star, like Britney Spears pop starry, and I was like, oh, maybe she's the next pop star or is the pop star.
Yeah.
We did have, this is literally turning into a Taylor Swift podcast. When Taylor Swift won, I was so happy. I screamed and I cried. And I was recording. I was like looking at my mom. I was like, it's coming, Mom. It's coming. It's coming. She's going to announce Reputation. She's going to announce it. I just wish I could be inside of Taylor Swift's head and know all of the little Easter eggs that she's putting out there. Like she was like, I've been working on this for 2 years. Have you seen all of that stuff?
Yeah, putting
how
the
she
two
keeps
fingers
on
up.
doing too. And at the Tokyo shows, she was doing that also. So everyone thinks it is going to be a double album.
What does a double album mean? Like two?
Yeah, like
sets
two
of-
albums.
of the Tortured Poets,
Just like two.
or
I think there's just a theory that she, honestly, I don't know. You should ask Reagan. But I think there was something where like she was going to release two albums at the same time, just like drop them, and like one is scheduled, like Tortured Poets, the Tortured Poets Society Department. And then she's just going to surprise drop another album at the same time, kind of thing. But there was some kind of theory like that, but I don't know. But she keeps on doing two, and I wonder what two means. She's like, I've been working on this for 2 years. When she said that, I was like, the gears were turning in my head. And I was like, whoa, 2 years? What? I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And then she was like, my new album. And I was like, my what? My new what?
And speaking of like the new album, so it's being called the Tortured Poets Department.
Yes.
Every time I think of it, it's so hard to think of it. I know everybody else is like saying the same thing, and I keep thinking of Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I keep thinking of that,
Yeah,
and I
me
know
too.
like I caught you just already saying Society. But yeah, so I guess people are trying to find like an acronym that we could call it, or like the letters or an emoji or something.
Yeah, but I'm very excited. I hope it's kind of like folklore-y, because folklore is my favorite. I'm excited for Fortnite.
Yes, with Post Malone.
Yeah. Honestly, Post Malone, when he sang the national anthem, or did he didn't sing the national anthem. He sang something else
I didn't
at the
see
Super Bowl.
that.
It was so good.
Okay.
And then it showed Taylor Swift, and she was like singing along, and I was like, oh,
Aw.
besties. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for that album. But also, I just think that it is so funny that after she announced this, just everyone on the internet is just so fast at finding things, but about how her ex, Joe Alwyn, and Paul Mescal, whatever his name is, he used to date Phoebe Bridgers. They are in, the two guys are, and I think someone else, are in a group chat called the Tortured Man's Club.
That's crazy. And so she for sure made it this title as a goof on that.
And everyone was saying that like Midnight's was the breakup album, which is weird because they were still together when she released that, but whatever, okay. But the fact that she wrote this 2 years ago also, like, and this is the breakup album that everyone's saying. I'm excited.
Pretty crazy.
I'm excited. And my last little thing I have about the Grammys that we have to talk about, I wish Taylor Swift could take home every single award, but then it does suck because there were so many good albums, like Olivia Rodrigo, and she's so young too, where like when I see someone like that, I'm like, yes, get a Grammy. Then I also want Taylor Swift too. And then also Lana Del Rey. Like she's been at this so long and she's never gotten a Grammy.
Yeah, like I found that out and I was like, that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know where these people got it from, but the voters pretty much said that from her past, like they're not going to give her this award.
Yeah, I saw something about like SNL, how they can't take her seriously. It's crazy. And also on that Miley Cyrus, how she got her first Grammy.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I heard that.
But her performance and her like speech and everything
so good.
was so good. I think that was my highlight. Like I was like that, even what she was wearing, like her outfit and her hair was absolutely amazing.
I feel like there was a lot of good performances. I wish that they could just give out more awards. I wish everyone could just win an award.
Yeah.
You get a piece. You get a piece.
Starts breaking it like in Mean Girls and throws it out to the audience. So speaking of pop culture, I just saw a picture, or I guess like a little Dumois tip that's, which I did not know, Charlie D'Amelio and Landon Barker broke up.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw that. Okay.
I didn't know that happened, but I saw the tip that she was seen with the man that a vampire is about, allegedly, Zach Bia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, did you not just listen to Olivia Rodrigo's song? Like, why are you walking around with him?
Yes.
Did you not see the pictures of Madison Beer crying, like with him yelling at her on the streets? Like, why are you with him?
I saw that on TikTok, and literally all the comments were like, this man needs to be euthanized. Like,
like I saw the comments were like, this is a canon event. Like, we cannot stop this. Like, this is going to happen to every single girl.
She looks so cute in the picture too, but like literally it's, and how old is she?
I do not know.
But she's young.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that she's 21 yet.
And like, they could be friends.
Yeah.
Like, it may not, whoever could be spinning it the wrong way. But still,
like, why is she hanging out with Zach? She knows what she's doing.
I just wanted to bring that up. I guess lastly, to end this off, TikTok. How dare you take away all of our beloved music, everything that we loved? I was going through all my pages, and so much videos, so many things are muted.
Yeah.
And it's just so horrible because TikTok and UMG.
Yeah. United Music Group, I think.
Okay.
Or Universal. I don't know.
Something.
I think it's Universal Music Group.
Their partnership like ended or whatever, and TikTok didn't want to renew it. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I guess apparently like TikTok is in the wrong because they don't want to pay the artists like what they deserve. But when you just look up like any artist's page, like when you look at Taylor Swift, or I was looking at Sabrina Carpenter, because every single TikTok they use their songs, every single one is muted.
Wow.
It's absolutely horrible. I'm trying to think of like the future of TikTok, because there are two things that can come out of this. One, we're not going to be having our like trending songs that blow up because so many people use them for like their 5-7 second videos, and every single person's playing like the same chorus over and over again. We're not going to have that moment anymore. But two, it could potentially be a benefit for independent artists who want their music to get out there.
That's true.
And if people can be making some bangers that we'll use instead of like the known artists at the moment, that could also be great for them.
Yeah, but also that something that I did realize is that there's a lot of people that aren't even that big that are still signed to like the Universal Music Group or whatever it is. And because there's this guy that I went to high school with, and he's a DJ, and he was saying that like he's kind of big, but he's not like big. But he was saying that all of his music got taken down, and he was like, it sucks for all of us small artists who don't have literally the platform to try to push stuff out, and they use TikTok, that they can't even do it anymore.
I did not think of that, and that is insane, because I feel like out of all the platforms, TikTok is the one that's the easiest to get blown up. You just need that one video, it gets blown up, and then everybody knows your song.
And even thinking of like Sabrina Carpenter, like she is big, but like I feel like her songs are big on TikTok, and I feel like that's how she gets her streams. You know, what happens when her next album comes out or next single comes out and she can't post it, and she just posts on Instagram, and that's all.
And like that's how I know my music. Like I don't how are you supposed to find music unless you know this artist is coming out with it? Like you know it from TikTok. So
I feel like they'll have to come to an agreement.
I guess the future we'll see.
It's really funny because a lot of my videos, like when I went to go see Taylor Swift, I did like a lot of like where I'm like mouthing the words and everything too, and it's like a transition. Like I put my hand in front, and I am in a purple dress now, and it's literally like I was trying to figure out what song I was even singing. Like I'm watching my videos and I'm like, what is this?
And like those ones, because if you're mouthing the words, you can't just put a random song now like onto it.
But one thing that has been kind of funny is like watching all of these people singing the songs and posting, like Trisha Paytas.
Oh yeah.
Those are so funny. It's like, since they took down this music, use my song now. And they just sing it their way. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. We just wanted to do a nice little short, I don't know how short it'll be, but like a nice little just pop culture update, life update. traumatic life updates, you know.
Super fun life update.
Yeah. Our favorite Dutch Bros update. You know, just have a little fun. Get back into it. Not sure what we're doing next week.
I guess we'll figure it out, and so will you.
Thank you all for continuing to listen to us and coming back every week and just listening to us ramble.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all we do, just ramble.
I know we always say this, but if you are enjoying our podcast and our episodes, make sure to give us a rating and review. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe just to show us that you care and you like us.
Yeah, and remember, you can always leave comments or message us on Instagram with any suggestions you have, or if you just want to make a comment about something that we said.
But not a hate comment.
We aren't as big as Taylor Swift, so we don't need any hate comments. So that's pretty much it. We will see you next week, and we are
The Quirky Cast.
Bye.